Carol Novello is with us. She is president of Humane Society Silicon Valley and the creator of an initiative called Mutual Rescue. Welcome.
Thank you, Joel. It's a pleasure to be here.
What does mutual rescue mean?
Mutual rescue stands for a simple proposition, which is that when we rescue pets, more often than not, they're rescuing us.
I think you're right, but I also think that you're right that people tend to forget about that.
Yeah, most people think that when they're supporting an animal-related cause, that they're actually just giving to animals. And in fact, the transformative and profound impact that rescuing animals can have on our lives is really pretty amazing.
So you're a former Silicon Valley high-tech exec, right?
Yeah, I am. I like to think of myself as a software executive with a soft spot for homeless pets.
Which I share very much, by the way. But suppose somebody were to say to you, why are you messing around with pets? You could be helping people.
I am helping people. And a great example of that, you may have seen the Mutual Rescue Eric and Petey story. It's all over the internet these days.
I have. It went wildly viral, but tell our viewers what it is.
Yeah, so it tells the story about Eric. And his doctor said to him that if you don't change your lifestyle in 5 years, you're probably going to be dead. Because he was overweight, he had type 2 diabetes, on all kinds of medications. And he ended up calling a nutritionist. And his nutritionist said to him, go adopt a shelter dog. And it was more than just the physical transformation of walking with his dog Petey every day. It was the love that he got from Petey. He came out of his shell. He became a runner. Transformed his life.
That's a pretty enlightened and rare nutritionist, wouldn't you say?
You know, there need to be more nutritionists and more doctors out there that actually promote not only the physical transformation that can come from having a pet, but also the emotional transformation.
Okay, so you would have us philosophically understand that it's very much a two-way street.
Absolutely, yeah.
But I gather you have a very kind of practical, almost political agenda as well.
Well, what I like to share with people so they can make the most informed choice possible is that local humane societies are not chapters of the Humane Society of the United States.
You mean if I've donated to the Humane Society, which I have, it didn't go to my local animal shelter?
It most likely went to help legislation and advocacy work, which is great work. But if you want to save animals in your own local community, you need to be giving to local humane societies in your own community, other rescue groups in your local community, other animal shelters that are in your local community, because that's where the front lines are.
I want to come back to that, but I'd be remiss if I failed to ask you, were you ever rescued by a pet?
I've been rescued several times by pets. My life was quite out of balance. I was a workaholic. I was overweight. I like to think of myself now as kind of a rehab type A. And one of the things that I learned is that if you want to have a balanced lifestyle, ask yourself whether or not you can have a dog. Because I have a dog now, and I actually kind of make time to make sure I take breaks during the day. Not necessarily for me, but because of her.
You didn't take breaks before?
To be honest, sometimes I forgot.
You needed a dog to remind you to go to the bathroom.
I really did. But I think one of the things that's amazing is one of the reasons why Eric and Petey has really struck a chord with people, and it is because of the humanness and the humanity that pets bring to our lives.
Talk about striking a chord. How many viewings of this?
Yeah, it's pretty phenomenal. So over 26 million views, 500,000 shares, and 34,000 comments, and that's on one post alone. So it's gone all over the world. It's in Thailand, Chile, Denmark, Spain, all over the place.
So I gather one of the main things you want us to remember, really a couple of them, but one of them is like Tip O'Neill said, all politics is local.
Absolutely. So you want to think globally, but you want to act locally. So we really want to encourage people to be giving to their local animal shelters, their local humane societies, so that they're saving the animals in their own community. And I think the other thing that we want people to remember as well is that it's not people or animals, it's people and animals. Out of the $358 billion that goes to charity in the United States, less than 1% goes to animal-related causes. I think we can do better.
I think we can, I think we must, especially if we remember that when it goes to the animals, we're actually saving people too.
That's right, absolutely.
Carol Novello, thanks for being with us.
Thank you, Joel. It's a pleasure.